All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. Of course, the reason you subscribe is because on a daily basis, we keep you informed with everything going on in the cryptocurrency space. It is my opinion that Bitcoin's price will not fall below $9,000 ever again. Is it possible it falls below 9,000? Of course it's possible. Is it probable that Bitcoin's price falls below 9,000? I don't think it is. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a series of metrics and charts to help me make my case. Now, many people will be skeptical of this claim that I'm making today, and that's good. It means we're early. That's what I like. Because when everybody thinks like me, maybe we're not so early. And to clarify, when I say that I don't think Bitcoin's price will fall below 9,000, what I mean is all weekly closes will stay above 9,000. So on a weekly scale, we could see wicks below 9,000, but I think all those wicks will get bought up. And then even thinking bigger picture, if what I say is true, and since Bitcoin's price is only $11,000 today, the asymmetrical upside potential of this asset is huge. To me, a $100,000 Bitcoin, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. I think a $100,000 Bitcoin will happen. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice, but let's get into it. Why am I so bullish? Let's start with the basics. First of all, let's get something straight. Bitcoin is in a bull market. A lot of people, in my opinion, still have bear market mentalities. A lot of people are so accustomed to the price of Bitcoin disappointing them that they don't realize what is happening. So let's take a look at the 50, 100, and 200 moving averages on the daily, weekly, and monthly scale. Now, notice how in the last bull cycle, Bitcoin held the daily moving averages fairly well. Notice how we are above the daily moving averages today, and those are trending up. So this is the daily, this is the weekly, this is the monthly. Conclusion, we are in a bull market. Let's move on. Bitcoin 1-year hodl wave has never been higher. 63% have not moved their Bitcoin in over a year. 63%. Last cycle, this metric peaked at 61%. And notice how this metric is higher near the bottom of the cycle. And then as the price of Bitcoin rises, hodlers start taking profit and this metric decreases. Bitcoin not moving for over a year to this extent, incredibly bullish. Fundamentally, though, why is this happening? Why is Bitcoin being valued? Well, I think it's because the US dollar is being devalued and people are starting to notice. Your money is slowly losing its purchasing power, but actually happening faster than it ever has before. 22% of all US dollars were created this year alone. Let that sink in. I think the money supply typically doubles every 10 years, right? We are on pace to double in under 5 years. Likely. Let's take a look at this chart. This is the smallest that you're ever going to see this chart. Publicly traded companies have to disclose their holdings. 7 publicly traded companies have disclosed that they're holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets to date. This is a major shift we're seeing in 2020. This is the smallest that you're ever going to see this chart. The perception shift around Bitcoin is changing. People are starting to notice how significant this asset is. Bitcoin is one of the largest assets in the world, in fact. By market cap, it has just surpassed Nike, AT&T, and Pfizer. I'm sure one day it will rival Facebook, Apple, and Amazon. The point is we are early. Most people still do not realize how big this asset is and how big a deal this asset is. Before we go further, I just want to recommend a video that we released 2 days ago. If you want a continuation on just how fundamentally strong Bitcoin is, I encourage you to seek out this video, Bitcoin price being suppressed, smart money buying Bitcoin en masse, wake up. Definitely check out this video for a continued analysis. But moving on, I wanted to talk about something that's maybe a little bit more short term. Billions of dollars set to pour into Bitcoin. The craziest chart in crypto has just been shared by a top analyst. This analyst is Philb. It's a silly name, but he is actually he makes his trades public, highly respected guy. Hey, he follows me. Wonder if he's watching. Well, anyway, what he shared was this chart. Zooming in, it's the massive amounts of Tether just got printed. And if you take a look at Tether versus the price of Bitcoin, every single other time this has happened, it has led to an increase in Bitcoin's price going as far back as before 2019. If Tether were to implode in any way, because Tether is centralized, I would think all the money that's held in Tether would go into Bitcoin. And, this is pretty interesting. Every other time we have seen the Bitcoin price go up, this is the highest amount of Tether we have ever seen. I think we're going to see the Bitcoin price go up. Now, it's not just Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is the prime asset, but I did want to share with you another expert's opinion on what this hedge fund thinks is going to be valuable this cycle, and it's Pantera Capital. They say that they're placing a heavier bet on DeFi than the rest of the market. Check this out. Pantera believes that most of the growth in the next bull cycle will be generated by DeFi. So let's see what they have to say. In an October webinar, and you can watch this full webinar if you want, Pantera Capital disclosed that their digital asset fund intends to invest more heavily into DeFi assets than the rest of the market. You can see how they're weighting their portfolio right here. Pantera's co-chief investment officer, Joey Krug, said that unlike other funds that allocate most of their portfolios to stores of value, like Bitcoin, his company is prepared to place its primary bet on DeFi. His exact quote is this. And so if you look at portfolio construction, we can see that relative to the market, we're taking a different bet with the digital asset fund. Most of the market is basically payments and stores of value, so things like Bitcoin, Bcash, etc. For the most part, we're much more overweight smart contract platforms, decentralized finance, open finance, whatever you want to call it, we think that's where that sort of growth is going to be seen this bull market. And they go on to talk about the rapid pace of growth DeFi has seen with value locked and trading volume on decentralized exchanges. They believe DeFi is the future of finance and not just another bubble. And this is how DeFi has grown, two different metrics. We think that the next 2 or 3 years, there's going to be a massive rally. That's Dan Moorhead, CEO, just talking about the whole market. That's it for me today, my friends. My name is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. Exciting times. Don't take this for granted. We are on the cusp of something. Just like in 1994, they were on the cusp of something. This is a revolution in digital finance. See you tomorrow.